darlings, welcome to my kitchen. We're going to make something perfect for these cold winter months. Delicious, delicious chicken cacciatore. This is one of those classic recipes I remember as a child my parents used to make. You know those interminably long things you find on the internet? You have to read the recipes, all these stories. Guess what? I'm going to tell you those stories. So you don't have to read it, you just have to listen to me talk. These cold winter nights, my parents would get the electric skillet, and that's how they used to make chicken cacciatore. It's one of those comfort foods, just delicious, delicious. And guess what? You can make it any way you want to. All right, there's lots of flexibility. It's a hunter's stew essentially. So whatever you hunt and forage in your refrigerator or your backyard, you can just put together and make a delicious, delicious chicken cacciatore. Delightful. So let's look over here. Just look at this little tray here, this delicious bowl of animal parts. All right, that's what we're going to do first. We're going to fry those up in a little bit of olive oil here. I'm heating this pan. We're going to saute them. They don't have to be fully cooked. We're just going to brown them on each side. Okay, and we're going to take them out and we're going to start talking about the vegetables. But let's get started on that chicken. All right, let's watch this. Okay. Oh, I'm getting a little too close. Okay, let's move the camera. I have the ace crack crew here doing things like the So this chicken, and it's in its own juices, which is kind of gross. All right, so let's just see if we can get this chicken in here. All right, we should make a nice sizzle. Oh, there it goes. Usually this is all the chicken. What type of chicken parts? We have chicken thighs, chicken breasts, we have chicken legs. Bones and skin make it taste better. All right, bones and skin make it taste better, but I don't have any bones and skin with this. But I do have the chicken thighs and a couple chicken breasts. As much just to kind of fill the pan or to brown these up nice. Darlings, let's look at this chicken here. I took it out of here. It's nice and brown. Is there any reason you particularly think I chose to cook with, I don't know, breasts and thighs today? Oh, dolls. Now look here. We have this nice hot chicken fat and olive oil in here. And what we're going to do, we're going to have one medium onion, or actually this is a large onion, a couple cloves of garlic we diced up really well. We're just going to toss this in here. All right, so this is essentially a one-pan meal. I just love this, all right? It's all just done in the same pan. So we're just going to cook these down, saute them, so they get nice and translucent. And then we add a couple other tasty ingredients. We're going to make this just scrumptious. Oh, this just looks delicious. The kitchen smells wonderful. Oh, I love it. So this onions and the garlic, it looks a little brown. It'll give me a little brown, but also is absorbing all that delicious chicken bits that were in there, right? That were stuck to the bottom of the pan. So what do I have? I was hunting and gathering in my refrigerator and found some celery. It was pretty sad celery. It was probably going to go bad soon, so we're just going to put it in here. Now, that's not what I usually have in this, but I usually always have mushrooms. I love mushrooms. It's one of those little containers from the grocery store, little button mushrooms that you just chop up. All right, we're just going to keep sauteing these down. We have a couple more ingredients. Traditionally, you can have peppers as well, the red peppers or green peppers, and saute those. I don't have any fresh peppers, so we're using some canned peppers. We're actually jarred pimientos, and I don't need to cook those because they're already soft, so I'll just put those in at the very end. We're just going to keep cooking this down till it's a little softer. We've got a couple more ingredients, and we're almost ready to eat. Darlings, those mushrooms just look delicious. All right, so now the special ingredient, a couple other things we're going to add to this. All right, we're going to add some wine, just like sizzle it up, give a little bit of flavor. And once I put the wine in there, I also have some fresh spices from the garden. I have some thyme, some rosemary, and some sage. Now, the sage, I just like to just tear it. It doesn't have to, this is like a hunter-gathering stew, all right? It doesn't have to be perfectly chopped and sliced and everything else. It's kind of fun. It's all just going to be however you want to make it in there. Just toss those spices in there. All right. Oh, okay. It's going to be delicious. Just stir that up. We're going to put some wine in here. We're going to let that saute and simmer for a little bit so it combines. Then we're going to add the peppers, some olives, and the tomato juice. And we're going to let it simmer. Taste delicious. All right, we're almost done. Look down here. Look at this. This smells so good. All right, it smells so good. Memories of childhood. That's what I love about cooking. I just love cooking because all these childhood memories, these good tastes, they just come flooding back when you make delicious meals you can share with your family. So we have those red peppers in there, and put this little can of olives. I don't use canned olives. I don't have to be fancy. There's some black olives for a little color, a little zing. You can use any olive you like. They have the Kalamata olives. Right, they have those the other green ones, those olives. Those are my favorite. I love those olives. And then, we're just gonna let this combine. We're gonna add a little bit of this homemade sauce, and I put this apron on because I don't want the sauce to splatter everywhere. All right, so the homemade sauce we have, we're just gonna pour this in here. It's delicious. Oh, it's delicious. All right, we're gonna move this around, make it be all tasty, combined, right? All combined. And then the last little bit you're gonna do. All right, scroll down here. Come look at this. Look at how, doesn't that just look festive and delicious? You just keep right there. We're gonna do this. I'm just gonna take this chicken. We're going to nestle the chicken here in this little vegetable bath. Now, if you're a vegetarian, you'll probably do this with tofu, right? One of those tofu things would be just as, I don't know, be just as delicious, but it'd be differently delicious, all right? But there's nothing like fresh vegetables, canned vegetables, things you've hunted and foraged for in the refrigerator that make this delightful, delightful dish. And the last piece I like to do, all these juices that just oozed out of the chicken while it was sitting there, we're just gonna pour that right back in there, all right? And hey, you know what you're gonna do now? You're just gonna put the lid on here. We're gonna put the lid on. We're gonna let it sit for, I don't know, 20 minutes, let it cook, let it get thick. It'll be delicious, delicious dinner to last for days. Doesn't this just look so delicious? Just scroll back down here. Look at that chicken cacciatore. You know, it's all in this pan. It's a one-pan meal, and there's an awful lot here. You know, I just love. It's a hunter's stew. I just love that I went hunting in my own kitchen and backyard to get all the ingredients for this. All right, so you can do it too. There's no real recipe, in case you didn't notice. Just kind of mix it, wing it, cook it down until it gets a little bit thicker. It's delicious. All right, it's delicious, delicious, delicious. I love this collection of breasts and thighs. So I hope that you enjoy this chicken cacciatore recipe. It's little memories of my childhood, and I hope that you have this comfortable meal like this to bring you comfort. This thing will last me all week. We can serve it over polenta grits, or we can put it over nice pasta, and it'll last a couple dinners for the whole family. So thank you for joining me in my kitchen. I know there's a lot going on in the world. I'm kind of recording this a little before all the other things are supposed to happen in my city that I live in. So I'm hoping that things calm down. I hope there aren't too many riots, annoyed elected officials who aren't following the rules, mean and nasty people. Shame stains, if you will. But don't you be one of those people. You're glorious, you're delicious, and I can't wait until you join me next time in my kitchen.